Well, good day. I've titled today's word, I'll see you again one day. And it comes from 2 Samuel 12:23, where David says, why should I keep on mourning and fasting now that my son is dead? I may not be able to bring him back, but one day I will go to him. My observation is this. This past week, a pastor that was one of my mentors passed away. He and I had done some fun things together. He liked to play golf. We even rode motorcycles a couple times together. And I knew that he was sick, but they said he was getting so much better. He even went fishing a couple weeks ago. But then all of a sudden, he woke up one morning a few days later, couldn't talk, couldn't walk, wasn't really coherent, and in a lot of pain. And then he passed away suddenly, and the doctors said they had never seen anything like this again. And of course, it really isn't a mourning when someone passes away. It is a rejoicing because we know they're going to another place, and how selfish it would be for us to try to get them to come back to this world. But the wonderful thing that I see in this word today with David is that David realized that he couldn't bring the child back again, but he also said that one day I'll go to him. And this is a great feeling and understanding that small children are protected under God's grace until they reach the age of accountability and have a true understanding. And I guess that's the same thing with you and I. Most of us, especially if you're reading this or watching this, we have an understanding of good and evil, of what's right and what's wrong. And isn't it so wonderful to know that even though we've done many things wrong, that God doesn't grade on a curve. He doesn't put the bad things on one side of the scale and the good things on the other side, and whichever wins out, that's the direction they go. He loves you and I so much, as well as the children. My response is this. Craig was a great man. He worked at a church for many years. He dedicated his life to serving the Lord. Young man. I mean, he was less than 60 years old. And yet right now, as I'm doing this, hopefully he's looking down and smiling, and he says, you go for it, Doc. You tell him how wonderful it's going to be. And not to mourn for me, not to mourn for my family, because we're all going to be together again. And I pray that those that are listening to this or watching this, even though I may have never met you again, met you before, not just again, but met you before, I look forward, hopefully, to seeing you one day and meeting you when we're up there with our best friend. My dialogue is this. Lord and my best friend, thank you so much for the promises that you give us, especially for the one that says that we'll be reunited to our loved ones if they've accepted the payment that you made for them. What a great day that's going to be. And it's in your name I pray, and we'll talk again soon and often. And I'm going to be listening until we talk face to face, and I get to talk face to face with my loved ones and so many more I've read about. And it's in your name I pray, and we'll talk again soon and often. And I'll be listening until we talk face to face. My takeaway is this. For everyone out there listening or reading, I'll see you here, there, or in the air. You be blessed.